16 in 2017 in the Korea Republic. Progressed from their group on that occasion as one of the best third-place teams, but lost in the next round to Uruguay. Stage is set. Talca ready to welcome the teams. He's doing a sterling job as ever. Into the Chilean night they come. Nigeria, the Flying Eagles, giants of Africa. Twice before they have soared close to glory. Twice to the final, but never the crown. Beaten on day one, their wings must spread tonight. Saudi Arabia back on the world stage for the first time in 6 years. Brave against Colombia, but undone by a single strike. And like their opponents, they arrive burdened by necessity. A big game ahead. National anthems first.
Permanezcan de pie si pueden para escuchar el himno nacional de Arabia Saudita.
Well, the door is ajar for these two to put themselves firmly back in the equation for the round of 16. That draw earlier on for Colombia and Norway certainly aided their cause. As for the teams, 15-year-old Ebenezer Harcourt is the goalkeeper for Nigeria, who's already been capped at senior level. The back four remains unchanged. Daniel Bamiyi is one of two players featuring at his second Under-20 World Cup. Daniel Dagger the other. They both helped them to the quarter-finals 2 years ago. The only alteration from the loss to Norway sees Suleiman Sani replace Osei Achihi, who dropped to the bench. Tahir Maigana's trickery caught the eye last time out, as did the powerful Barobo Ariehi, who caused no end of problems and had their best opportunities. Well, they've won just about everything there is to win back home, but Nigeria now seeking the global prize that has long eluded them. João Pinheiro of Portugal on duty for this one. Teams are changing ends as we have a look at the Saudi Arabia lineup. Saad Hakwi misses out with injury for Saudi Arabia, so Amar Eli Herbi, who scored the goal that brought them to these finals, is in from the start. Ziad Al-Ghamdi was a constant threat to Colombia in the opening match, a tricky winger who could go inside and out, a player Nigeria must be wary of. If it gets physical, expect Rakan Al-Ghamdi to step forward, a player who loves a tackle. Thurman Al-Habri is the focal point up front. He gives them a real presence, but he's not just a target man. He's equally as good with the ball at his feet and has a real eye for goal. So the incentive is obvious for these two to get their first points on the board and reel in Colombia and Norway. A show of unity ahead of kick-off from Saudi Arabia, wearing their change strip tonight of all white. Second match of the day from Group F. Flying Eagles against the Young Greens. Away we go, Nigeria in the green, kicking from right to left. Real disappointment for Nigeria, given what they put into the game against Norway. At the frame of the goal twice, 19 attempts on goal, only 2 of which, though, landed on target. They had more of the play as well, but fell short. And Saudi Arabia beaten by Colombia. 7 attempts on goal, but not a single effort on target. And clearly, that needs to change if they're to keep their dream alive of staying in Chile for a little while longer yet. Banawi is the captain of Saudi Arabia. Al-Habri, who's a powerful presence at the top end of the pitch. And keep your eye out for number 10 on the right-hand side. Ziad Al-Ghamdi, who really caught my eye. He's not the biggest, but a low centre of gravity that enables him to weave in and out. He will cause problems. And no doubt, Aliou Zubaya would have pinpointed him as a potential threat to this Nigerian team. Marcos Ruiz, the Brazilian in charge of Saudi Arabia, who led the Young Greens to gold at the Arab Games in Algeria a couple of years back, and the final of the Under-20 Asian Cup this year, when they were beaten in that final by Australia. This is Daniel Bamier, who made the team of the tournament at the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations, appearing at his second Under-20 World Cup. Benawi in strongly, and this could be quite the tussle actually, because Robo Arieh is no shrinking violet. Expect Saudi Arabia to be quite physical, it's part of their makeup. They certainly ruffled feathers in their opening match. Here is Al Ghamdi. It's got the pace to reach its intended target. Maybe is where it was heading, and he now has already been yellow carded. That challenge there. Chochi. Long time for him to be walking a tightrope in this game. And Ali Herbie already in the referee's notebook. It was his goal that brought Saudi Arabia to this event. A dramatic stoppage time winner against China in the Asian Cup. Nawaf Al-Gamesh. And Poro stepping in to win it high up the pitch. It was a vicious drive. And the effort is wide from Maigana. Another of those who really shone in the opening fixture. 17 years of age. Tahir Maigana. Tricky customer who will look to get forward in support of the two strikers wherever he can. Al Ghamdi for Saudi Arabia. Under a little bit of pressure, and Harcourt has to come and deal with it. Incredible to think he's only 15 years of age and already capped for the senior side for Nigeria. And his first cap in August, and very highly regarded. And he's at Harcourt. Is the left back for Saudi Arabia, who loses out there to Maigana. Nigeria, the most successful side in African youth football, have dominated at continental level, winning multiple Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations titles. And their appearance here is their 14th on the global stage. Arieh, backed up by Suleiman Sani, and the header is glanced wide. Decent ball across. It's Salihu off target with that attempt. This for Karabakh in Azerbaijan. Azarou Salihu. Neatly by Arieh, looking for the run of Maigana. Amadawan alive to the task. Avery beaten to it by Banigi. Early stages, of course, but already a better tempo to this game than the one we saw earlier. Shamrani unable to keep that one in play. Ali Herbie runs into trouble. But, Saudi Arabia come away with it before Bamiyi steps in. A loose ball that's gobbled up by Saudi Arabia, and this man here could well be the key for Saudi Arabia. Al Ghamdi, who's now fed Ali Herbie. Shot from range is way off target, and Bassam Hazazi is quick to apologise to his teammates. Ali Herbie teed him up, skied it. Al Ghamdi. Salihu, good challenge. Koro on the scene though. Aliou Zubaya, the head coach of Nigeria, who took the reins in September of last year, a respected tactician. Very softly spoken, previously enjoying a successful spell at Nigeria professional NFL side El Kanemi Warriors, for taking charge of this under-20 team. Maigana holds off the challenge of Ali Herbie and brings Ochochi into play. Nazarou Salihu gets it! It is a goal to breathe life into a dream, gasping for air. 10 minutes on the clock. A huge goal for Nigeria. It's a wonderful, wonderful ball in from Suleiman Sani. Begging to be headed in. And Nazarou Salihu duly obliged. He buried the header. And Nigeria off to a dream start. Al Ghamdi. Avery went down, and that will be a free kick. Avery it was who caught the big striker for Saudi Arabia. Opportunity here for a swift response. Al Ghamdi bends it over, great ball! Big chance not taken. Madawan had made the far post run. What a chance that was to draw level almost immediately. And if this start is indicative as to how this game might unfold, then we're in for a cracker. Benawi. Al-Galamish given away to Okoro. Ayuma. Ariehi, who would prefer to be in the box in this situation. Okoro. There's nothing better than an early goal to settle the nerves. What a huge save that is! Arier, he can't believe it. How pivotal could this save be in the final analysis, I wonder? Massive, massive save from Hamid Youssef. Ghana's corner, could be a tester. Good hands though from Youssef. Chochi. He's got clear of a couple. Ghana. Nigeria has become accustomed to making the knockout stages of this particular tournament, having done so in 11 of their previous 13 appearances. The goal that they have here has given them real hope of getting there again. Salihu swings away from Asazi, and Aria, he is on the move once again and looking menacing once more. He's way off, but he did have a defender in his way. I did single him out at the very start. He is a constant menace. Just needs to find that killer touch in front of goal, Eriehi, but he will keep on making those kinds of runs. He won't dwell on a missed opportunity. An early setback for Marcos Ruiz and Saudi Arabia. Trying to get a foothold in the game because Nigeria are building momentum. Okoro again, Ariehi making the run, and we know he's got the pace to cause problems. Well, on this occasion, he's committed a foul. But, Saudi Arabia failing at the moment to heed the warning they have been given. Okoro involved in the build-up to the goal. It's a delicious ball. It really is. Good header as well from Salihu. And the Flying Eagles have certainly found their wings. Oh, it's a poor touch, and that might open the door for Saudi Arabia. It has off the bar. Nigeria breathe a huge sigh of relief. Rakan Al-Damdi fails to punish the mistake. Akinyele with a loose touch. And Saudi Arabia a lick of paint away from levelling the scores in Talca. Look how close that was. No shortage of entertainment in this one. And the first 18 minutes or so have absolutely flown by. Al-Habri's flick. Koro trying to see this one out, but Al-Shamrani refusing to give it up, and that's a nice ball as well. Saudi Arabia, as they usually do, fighting for every inch. And they've got themselves a throw deep inside Nigerian territory, taken by Al-Galamish. Well, here come Nigeria, full of running, full of speed and intensity. And Simon Sani was adamant he was foul, but the referee did not agree. We hope that this would be a rip-roaring affair, and so far that is proven to be the case. As it slipped through to Suleiman Sani again. Ariehi's in there, missed by him. And Saudi Arabia survived, but only just. Nigeria's pace is proving hot to handle for those in white. Ziad Al-Gandhi. Al-Habri challenged by Ayuma. Here's the goal scorer Salihu, and Ariehi's on his way yet again. And there is a flag. It did look as though he was just offside. Just there, half a yard or so off. Every time he goes forward, he has the beating of those defenders. His sheer pace is taking him clear of them. Oh, that's bounced all the way through! Saudi Arabia equalise! Well, they had to be brave and bold, and they were. It is level in Talca. Amar El-Herbi has got them back on terms, but it has come at a cost to him. A long ball forward, Nigeria caught out by the bounce. Harcourt came out. El-Herbi got there in the nick of time and managed to lift it beyond him. One. He is fast becoming the man for the big occasion. El-Herbi, who came up with that stoppage time winner to get them here. His team back on terms in Talca. He was very brave. Looks as though he will be okay, despite being a little winded. Quite the start to this game. Nigeria's lead lasting 11 minutes. So we're back at square one. Well read by Bami. Away goes Suleiman Sani. Letting low this time. Such an open game, this. Probably too open for the coach's liking. Here goes the long throw. Hit beautifully, but wide. Good hit from Daniel Dagger. Caught this sweetly enough, but it was some way off in the end. Attempts at goal between them already. The game is approaching the 25th minute mark. Ayuma pushes it away, and Arieri with the opportunity to stretch those legs. Well defended this time. Anawi was there. Salihu. Ghana. Showed great ball control to start with, then lost out. Here's Ayuma. Pushed through towards Arieri. It's all a bit frantic back there for Saudi Arabia. The game continues at a frantic pace. Catch our breath a little as Ahmed Youssef just slows things down. Al-Habri trying to make it stick. It's a terrible touch, and it may open the door again for Ali Herbie. Similar to the mistake from earlier. This time Ali Herbie couldn't profit. Al-Shamrani scooping it down the line. Oh, lovely stuff. Sublime skills there from Bassam Hassazi. Saudi Arabia's best performance at this competition, reaching the round of 16 twice. They last did so in 2017. As Al-Habri looks to give Akinyeli a problem. Free kick Saudi Arabia. Captain Banawi, who's one of those inside that penalty area. Sood Haroun likewise. Plenty of air on the delivery. Punched out by Harcourt. Sent straight up in the air by Ariehi. Al-Shamrani now. And the whistle has gone. It is going to be a Nigeria free kick, potentially a handball, I think. Well, a win is a must for these two. They're playing like their lives depend on it so far, which is making this for a really fascinating spectacle. Al-Gulemish. The throw for Saudi Arabia. Al-Shamrani levering one over the top. Ziad Al-Ghamdi. Oh, he's put it through the legs of Bamiyi. Goes down. Well, the referee not interested, but Saudi Arabia may ask for that to be looked at again. We shall see. Each coach has 2 reviews a game. The video support system in use at this tournament. Al-Haybury. Haroun. Given away to Suleiman Sani. Ariehi started as second favourite and very nearly got there. It must be an absolute nightmare to play against Ariehi. Bamiyi just steps across to prevent Al-Ghamdi from getting to the ball. No review request went in. Okoro comes out with it. Sani. He found a way past Al-Gulemish, who stuck out a leg and prodded behind for the corner. Nigeria looking to re-establish their lead. Only partially away, big chance here. And it's been skied by Amos Achochi. Left totally alone on the edge of the box. Needed to get his head over the ball and strike it low. Al-Haybury rising. He must be really pleased with the character that his team have shown. They're going behind early, Ziad Al-Ghamdi. Oh, lovely ball. Ayuma intervenes. That one not deemed as a back pass. But little flash there of the skills of Ziad Al-Ghamdi. He's on the ball again. And he's found a lovely ball through to Al-Shamrani. Well, they could so easily have gone under, Saudi Arabia, having conceded so early, but they've come roaring back. Al-Ghalamish with a throw. Al-Haybury bounced off his shin. Maidana sold the pass short. Again, the frantic nature of the match continues. Bami trying to regain an element of control for his team by slowing it down at the back. Bami, 19 years of age, 3 caps for the senior side. Maidana. Play is switched to Solomon Sani. Uses pace to full effect, goes down. Comes back to Okoro. Squared off to Ayuma. No real appeals for a penalty on the initial challenge. Solomon Sani there from Al-Ghalamish. Usually you can tell from the players' reactions if they've got a strong case or not. It's his boots on the ball. Had to make sure. Only 10 minutes to go to half time. Where has that gone? Complete contrast to the game we saw earlier. Ali Herbing. He is taken down, and that is going to be a card for Sood Haroun. He's for Al Hilal's under-21s team, and now having to tread carefully. That was a clear drag back of Harry. Very even in terms of possession, but what is really interesting is that 20% of the time the ball has been in contest, so hugely competitive, these two teams. Maidana runs over it, Salihu plays it in there, heading Coleman's it in! Oh, what a strike! Anymore Chochi! Take a bow! Take a bow! They needed it, they craved it, now they have it. A special, special goal from Amos Chochi. Saudi Arabia went to sleep on the free kick. Look at that for a finish. over the despair. A goal to treasure for Amos Ochochi. And Nigeria are back in front. What a first half it's been. I don't want this to end. I've got a feeling that is not the last of the goals that we'll see tonight. Banawi, Al-Galamish, Al-Shamrani, and Al-Ghamdi dispossessed. Again, Saudi Arabia will have to dig deep into their reserves to get themselves back level again. They are more than capable, but so are Nigeria, of extending their lead. Ayuma. Breaks here for Suleiman Sani. Nicely worked. Salihu. Support from Sani. Ayuma. Chelsea put himself in the line of fire. Maigana. Neat drop on the shoulder, takes him clear of his marker. Sani again, a constant threat throughout this first half. But flag is up on him. Had a lot of joy down this left-hand side, but first half will be best remembered for a wonderful goal from that man there, Amos Ochochi. Creeping his way forward. A lot of pressure on these young Nigerians to perform on the global stage. Twice they finished runners-up at this tournament, but it's been 2 decades since they last got to the final. They were beaten by Argentina. Messi with a couple of penalties in that game. Went on to have a fairly average career, didn't he? Well, this is the goal again. Had to be quick. The defender coming across, and a very, very special moment for Ochochi and this Nigerian team. Al-Shamrani. Ahmed Youssef joining in. Rami's header away. blistering pace to full effect once again, and they're struggling to keep pace with him. Ariehi now. Good challenge. Missed by Ayuma. Okoro. Foul by Rakan Al-Ghamdi. Sani lining this one up. Playing first team football out in Slovakia with Trenching. He sent that one in high. It's a good climb as well. But behind he goes. Daniel Bami rising at that far stick. By Salihu. And the skills are coming out from Hazazi. 2 additional minutes being played at the end of this opening period. Ayuma. Sprawling free kick. Real mix in this Nigerian squad of players who play their club football in their homeland and those that play abroad as well. Dagger, for example, in midfield, plays with Mulder. Alongside him, Israel Ayuma plays in Croatia. The right back Achochi in France with Rabs. Robert Ariehi up front for Lillestrøm in Norway. No way through for Al-Ghamdi. Injury concern here for Mohamed Barnawi. Isn't down for too long. Al-Ghamdi has a go. And, his radar not quite where it needed to be. I like him though as a player, really excited me in the opening match. Diminutive, but tricky, good balance. And always seems to be involved in the game. And the referee blows the whistle on what has been a pulsating first half in Talca. Nigeria off to a flyer. Nasiru Salihu heading in a peach of a cross to make it 1-0. Saudi Arabia equalising, profiting from a mistake at the back. Amar El Herbi with their equaliser. But Amos Achochi with a peach of a strike from a set play that Saudi Arabia simply weren't wise to. And Nigeria have the advantage at half-time. We can't wait for more of this. Half-time though, Nigeria 2, Saudi Arabia 1. breathless 45 minutes of football. These are the numbers at the end of it all. And it is very level in virtually every aspect of the game. Saudi Arabia just edging possession. There's not too much in it the further down the page you go there. And it has been an intriguing affair for what is a must-win game really for both. End to end, perhaps too open for the two coaches' liking, but for the spectators and for us, it's been a really enjoyable watch, and I'm pretty sure we've not seen the last of the goals in this one. 3 already, Nigeria edging it by 2 goals to 1. back to Talca, where Nigeria leads Saudi Arabia by 2-1 at half-time. Breathless stuff so far. But, this is a huge 45 minutes for Saudi Arabia, because as things stand, they cannot qualify for the round of 16. So they really are fighting for their lives now. And Lal Haji, by the looks of it, is going to be introduced at the start of this second period. And, he is coming on. And Zia Al-Gandhi is the one to depart. Well, they've shown their powers of recovery once in this game. They need to show them again. Choshi with a fine goal to re-establish Nigeria's lead after they were pegged back. Amar Herbie's equaliser after Salihu had opened the scoring for Nigeria. Saudi Arabia ready to get this second half underway. It is do or depart for Saudi Arabia. Their hopes of progression are fading, and it all hinges on what happens really in the next 45 minutes. As things stand, Nigeria third in the group, but only a point behind Colombia and Norway. And we hope for more of the same, really, because it was a terrific watch in the first period. Avery trying to make that hit, but failing to get it. Nice turn from Ayuma, really nice turn. Solomon Sani. Herbie is there. Now Al Shamrani. Sold the pass short. And Nigeria can build once again. Maigana. Very ambitious. A really tough start in life here in Maigana. Born in Borneo State. Grew up as a refugee to start with. Fine player he is turning into, number 17 in Nigeria. Arieh jinks inside and bends one. Well, they have taken a shoot on sight policy throughout Nigeria. They didn't make it out of the group stage in their last appearance at Poland 2019, Saudi Arabia, and as things stand, they will not be making it out of the group this time either. I get the distinct feeling there'll be a few more twists and turns yet before the night is through. Daniel Dagger. Mopped up by Ahmad Awan. Masoud Haroun. Maigana. Ayuma clipping it long. Ali Herbi for Saudi Arabia. Al-Ghalimic for Ali Herbi again. Linking up there with Al-Haidari. Ali Herbi trying to navigate his way beyond Okoro. Zazi slipping it down the line. Wasn't a convincing clearance at all from Bami, but he had support around him at least. Benawi, the captain. Saudi Arabia not done yet at this World Cup, not by a long chalk. The substitute on at half-time, and Saudi Arabia still in the hunt. Benawi just lifts it up there, and Haji got there ahead of Akinyele, and over the top of the goalkeeper it goes. Fabulous leap, and Harcourt on the retreat, powerless to keep it out. Another lifeline for Saudi Arabia. 2-2. Told you there'd be twists and turns. And this roller coaster affair shows no sign of slowing down. Okoro. Solomon Sani is possessed. He's forging quite the career, Talal Haji. Zach Al Riyad at the moment debuted for the senior side at just 16. He became the youngest scorer in the Saudi Pro League last season. Identified as a rising star in Saudi Arabian football. He was prolific at under 17 level. Phenomenal record, 10 goals in 11 appearances at that level. And he's come up with a big goal here for his team. Masoud Haroun. Haji. Banker's there to intervene. Ghana putting the pressure on. This is Sally Hu, and the error has been forced from Awada Man. Suleiman Sali. Salihu. And find a way through. Not quite. They've trailed twice, and they've come back. Hold the play from Haji. Ali Herbie. Oh, look at the space in the middle here. It's Haji on the turn. Where was the defending from Nigeria? Maigana skips away from two challengers, and he's poked it through. It's a fabulous ball. It's a terrible finish for Mariehi. From one end to the other. Terrific control from Haji. Great block from Bamiyi. And Nigeria went straight down the other end. Maigana did wonderfully. And if only Ariehi could apply the finish. Ali Herbie. Maigana. Ayuma. Turned over by Ichochi. Al-Shamrani, great control. And a vital interception from Bamiyi to get it clear for Nigeria, but Saudi Arabia looking to up the ante now. To the post. Unbelievable. Saudi Arabia, the team with the momentum. Ali Herbie, he's wriggled his way through, he goes over. What's the referee going to say? Goal kick. Goal kick. There's not much in terms of force, however, the referee has been asked by Saudi Arabia to take another look. So they put the review request in, and they want the referee to take closer inspection of this. Herbie dances his way through. Now looking at that challenge there from Ahmed Akinyele on Amar Ali Herbie. Akinyele is taking a risk with a challenge like that. Ali Herbie does go down rather theatrically. It's the referee's view that there was sufficient force there to deem that a penalty kick. It doesn't look like it from his body language, but He's made his call, and he will tell everyone what the decision is that he's reached.
Please, space. After review, number 5 of Nigeria touched the player from Saudi Arabia in normal contact football with no additional movement. Final decision, no penalty.
No penalty. Well, Saudi Arabia thought that may have been a turning point, and it may yet prove to be one. And Charles Agada is on, and Arieh is off, and Haruna Aliyu also introduced for Nigeria, so a double change. Ahmed Akinyele is the other who's departed for Nigeria. Away by Achochi. And our play in Talca. Game hangs in the balance as it's tossed over the top. Eli Herbie stepping inside and finding the traffic. Al Shamrani was in there as well, having a swing. Salihu turns it away, and off goes Maigana. Agada, force wide by Banawi. That is a corner ball. Tense times on the pitch and on the touchline. Saru Salihu with the corner for Nigeria. Ayuma back across goal and gathered by Hamed Youssef. Kanal Gandhi, hoping that might have been his. Al Shamrani. For Salman Sani to go after. Tied it up though by Nawaf Al Gulamish. Safety first defending from him. This is Ayuma. You can't take your eyes off this game, that is for sure. Achochi. Maigana, neat drop of the shoulder. He's got clear of Awan. Off he goes again. And still. And he gets the corner. Brilliant wing play from Maigana. He's getting better and better the longer this tournament goes on. What a talent. Saudi Arabia hold firm. A wild attempt. Odinaka Rakoro. This is club football with Sporting Lagos. Ajib. Suarez simply cannot stay still in his technical area. It's that kind of night. We're living on your nerves a little bit, although Aliou Zubaya is a picture of serenity in the Nigerian technical area. Benawi. Gandhi slipping it down the line. That's not a bad ball. And Harcourt has dealt with it. On its way by Youssef. Al-Habri, Ali Herbi. Good football, Al-Shamrani. Free kick given to Nigeria. The difference he's made since climbing off the bench, not just for his goal. They could easily have had another one. Base of a post. Denied him. The goalkeeper was well beaten. He's created the perfect foil for Therma Al-Habri. Of the state of play in the group. Norway 4 points, Colombia 4 points. These two have a point apiece as things stand. All three is what they crave. Amada Wan. Just about edging possession. Sahu giving chase to this. And he's nicked it away from Sood Haroon. Marwan hasn't shown too much of that to Achochi. Yes, he has. Oh, Gandhi pressed into defensive service there. Al-Shamrani with a crossfield switch. Okoro behind it for Nigeria. Attempts at goal for Nigeria, 11 for Saudi Arabia. Manuel Ekele ready to come on for Nigeria. See him down there, number 14. Maigana. Oh, terrific challenge from Al-Shamrani. Ali Herbi. This is Al-Habri. Al-Shamrani again, an industrious midfield player, great engine on him. There's a lot of work that quite often goes unnoticed, the Saudi Arabian number 14. It's a lovely pass. And it needed the outstretched leg of Aliou to take it away from Al-Ghalamish. Ayuma for Nigeria. Speaking of players with engines, he's another one. Gets up and down the pitch very easily. Israel Ayuma. And as so often happens, when you lavish plays on a player, he then goes and does that. Needlessly turned over possession. Might be the cue for Nigeria to make their swap. And the man who got the opening goal in this game, a header from a lovely cross from Solomon Sani, now departs. Nazaru Salihu makes way for Emmanuel Ekele. Of those playing his club football in Europe, as he's played in Bulgaria. Chochi, Maigana. Chochi trying to bring out the skills. That ball in behind. Ayuma had made the run. So Haroun was wise to it. Hungary showing interest. And an out of play by Aliou, who was a late call-up for the injured Marvellous Freedom, who had to withdraw from the squad. Several players who were unavailable for this tournament. Precious Benjamin, Ibrahim Hafiz. Neither of those two were released by their clubs. Avery put on the floor by Daniel Bamii. Avery, who plays for Neom, the new boys of the Saudi Pro League. Only moved there earlier this summer from Al Ettifaq. Herbie on set-piece duty for Saudi Arabia. Tarking right down the throat of the goalkeeper Harcourt, who elected to punch it clear. Saudi Arabia recycle. Al-Shamrani. Harcourt punches out again. And now can finally get the ball under his control. Two players in a heap. One of them is Daniel Dagger. And the other is Awad Aman. Well, this is the goal that brought Saudi Arabia level. A really good header, that. Stole a march on Akinyele, who has since been withdrawn. And that is how to make an impact on the bench. Al Haji making it 2 each here. 3 attempts, 1 target, 1 goal. And the back return. Salibu attempting to control it, might have hit his hand as well, but either way it's going to be Saudi Arabia's ball. It is only a throw. Dare I say, for the first time in the match, the tempo has dropped ever so slightly, but it's bordering on the impossible to think that it could have continued at the pace that it had been going. And there is a card for Solomon Sahi. Lashing out Val Galamish. Not wise to do that on a football pitch, and Solomon Sahi duly booked for it. That is out of reach of Israel Ayuma. Gandhi gives it away to Bamiyi. And one or two tired challenges now being made out there. Hardly a surprise given the effort that these two sets of players have put in throughout the course of the night. Maigana. Still he goes. What has he got at the end of it? Laid off to a Koro. Sani hit with pace, and Banawi was the one behind it for Saudi Arabia. Ghana remain the only African nation to win this tournament. It was way back in 2009. Nigeria came into this particular edition hoping that it might be their turn to win the title. Got a lot of work ahead if they are to get onto the podium. First and foremost, their primary concern is staying alive in the group. Maigana. Agada. That's deflected, is it? That's gone for a corner. Described as the next Daniel Akamachi. Beg your pardon. Described as the next Daniel Amakachi. Charles Agada. Amakachi, who played for the likes of Everton and Besiktas. High praise indeed for the 19-year-old striker. Over comes the corner, it's a good one as well, and it bobbles around in there, and Yusuf was brave, and he might have been caught, the goalkeeper. He's indeed been caught. It's the danger of the trade, I suppose. It's a painful one for Hamid Yusuf. To his credit, he's dusted himself down and ready to go again. Al-Habri, instinctive. Koro. Al-Galamish feeding it wide and getting the return. Al-Habari, lovely football, two in the middle to aim for, and the pullback is beyond the pair of them. It was wonderful approach play, but sadly for Saudi Arabia, that final bit was missing. And the frustration is obvious. Well, changes of foot for Nigeria, as though there'll be at least a couple. 10 minutes to go. As though Saudi Arabia are lining up a change themselves. Horza, who made a cameo from the bench in the last game. He's going to get a piece of the action in this one too. Watched it forward by Dagger. Gandhi. Habari. His first touch was too heavy. Great challenge. Really good challenge that from Al-Galamish. Mansani was ready to press down on the accelerator. Ali Herbie has been withdrawn and replaced by the 18-year-old Iyad Horza. Ali Herbie was really brave in his pursuit of the equaliser in the first half that made it 1-1. Horza straight into the heat of battle and prodding it through. Gandhi steering wide. Two in the middle again here, and Koro got back there, had to. Saudi Arabia corner. Aliyu called over for a chat with the referee. Plenty of pace on that. Cleared at the near post. Al-Shamrani back in there once more, and yet again Nigeria got ahead to it first. Koro fouled. Here come those changes. Abdul-Jali Kamaldeen is at the front of the queue. Solomon Sani going off. He thought for a second his number was up. Now he's trotted back over to that left-hand side again. Changes haven't happened. And the two substitutes have to go and sit back down again. Haji. Tussle there between Bamiyi and Al-Habari. Haji, Al-Habari, Al-Shamrani. Can they find a way past Okoro? The answer is no, and he's penalised, a free kick given against him. Last 5 minutes of the 90. Now they can make their changes, and a change around. Because Awal Ibrahim is about to come on, when originally Abdul Jalil Kamaldeen was poised and ready. Okoro parts. Alatan was on Okoro and Sani, the two to make way. Also Chihi, who's now with us. A game that has swung to and fro is now at deadlock. Chochi swings it in there. It feels like now this is drifting towards a draw. Grappling with Banawi, and the referee didn't take too kindly to the challenge on the Saudi Arabian skipper. Concentration now needs to be at its optimum level. One misstep could prove fatal for either. Abdul Malik Al-Harbi will be coming on next. Ayuma. Al-Shamrani is the one to depart slightly earlier than the rest of his teammates. On comes Abdul Malik Al-Harbi. Hasn't got much time to make an impression on this, but he could certainly make himself a hero. The opportunity is there for someone. Maigana. He goes fleet of foot. Saudi Arabia close the door. One back by Dagger. Bamiyi. Agada. Agada still going. He's hit the outside of the post. I think the ball may have gone out. Well, the Saudi Arabian defenders just seemed to stop. So they felt this ball had gone over the line. Let's have a look. Yeah, he did. Well, it went, and Agada struck the outside of the post. We're into 5 additional minutes in Talca. Chihi, good run. Galamish recovered well. Zuka Alatan with ball in hand. Into the middle. Agada was in there. And the referee has pointed to the spot here. Drama at the very, very last. Saudi Arabia hang their heads. Well, well. This may well spell the end in this tournament for Saudi Arabia, who have very quickly put in a review request. Oh, it looks like a handball from Awadaman. I don't want to second guess the referee, but his arm is away from his body. The referee's made his mind up rather quickly. Here we go. Big, big moment this.
After review, number 19, FDR was smashed from the arm and committed and followed. Final decision, penalty.
Penalty for Nigeria. Handball from Awad Aman. And has there ever been a bigger penalty than this for Nigeria on this stage? Daniel Bamayi, the captain, to win the game. And he does! Nigeria needed! Nigeria delivered! And with that, it will spell the end for Saudi Arabia. Joy unconfined for the Flying Eagles. A heartbreaker for Saudi Arabia. But Nigeria now surely have done the business. A confident penalty from Daniel Bamayi, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. What an ending in Talca. Joy on one side, utter despair on the other. But they're not there yet as it's launched long. Saudi Arabia fighting to stay alive. The most dramatic of finishes to this game. He has been put through the ringer. Not that you'd know it from his calm exterior. And Dagger has broken free and locked the goalkeeper! Well, he kicks the advertising boards in frustration. A yellow card for Al-Habri and emotions running high. And just like that, the dream has been ripped away from those in white. Football can be so cruel. Launched long by Bamiyi. All eyes now on the referee. From tension to triumph, the Flying Eagles are soaring again in Chile. Heartbreak for Saudi Arabia. They cannot now qualify for the round of 16. Nigeria can. And they will go into their final game believing that they can get there. The most extraordinary ending in Talca. A stoppage time penalty stuck away by their captain, Daniel Bamiyi, to finish off what has been a pulsating game of football, the most dramatic of finishes. Salihu opened the scoring on 10, cancelled out by Eli Herbie 11 minutes later. Ochochi restored Nigeria's advantage with a wonderful strike. Talal Haji then climbed off the bench for Saudi Arabia to square it at 2-2. And in the very dying embers, a penalty given, and Daniel Bamiyi was the coolest man in town. Nigeria win it, a 5-goal thriller, but they edge it by 3 goals to 2. What a game!
Yeah, can you hear me? All right, congratulations, Daniel Dagger. Your team got the desired 3 points. How do you guys feel at the moment, heading into the final group game?
First of all, I want to say thanks to God for the victory. It was not easy game, but at last, at the ending, we get a victory, and I'm very happy. And thanks to the staff and the coaches and the players who did it, I'm very happy for the victory. Looking forward to the next game.
After victory against Saudi Arabia, what is next?
The next is to play Colombia in the last match in the group stage. We're hoping to get a victory again so we can go to the group stage, the next stage. I'm very happy for the victory.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations, coach. The much desired 3-point is in the bag. What is next?
The next is the next match against Colombia. I think that is where we are going to shift the focus to, so that we can at least come out with another 3 points, so that we can be secured of getting the ticket out of the group.
What motivated your boys coming from scoring and, of course, your opponents equalizing at the end of the day, getting the third goal?
If you look at the first match, I think we had most of the possession, but we ran out of luck, and I believe they sat with each other after everything we told them, and they made up their mind that they are going all out for this 3 points here. I think that is what really motivated them.
Your next line of action?
Next line of action is to go for the 3 points against Colombia. As simple as that.
Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
شفت المباراة، شو رأيك؟ أعطينا ملخص على المباراة كيف صارت؟
أول شيء بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله دخلنا وكنا نطمح للفوز، لكن ربي ما كتب، جاي أفضل بإذن الله.
وشو توقعاتك على المجموعة؟ شو ممكن يصير في المباراة الجاية؟ لسه الحظوظ قائمة.
نحاول قدر المستطاع إن شاء الله نفوز المباراة الجاية وربي يكتب اللي فيه الخير. الحمد لله.
What are your thoughts regarding this match tonight here in Tauca?
I believe first half, Colombia was better than us. We could control the second half. We played better the second half for sure. We could score, and we missed one clear goal, and the ball hit the post. And again, a silly mistake made us lose another game. We need to work again, try to win the last game, and let's see our chance.
And regarding the city, the Tauca and the stadium here, it's your last match here, and what you're looking for the next venue that you go?
Tauca was good, no, zero problem here. The stadium is amazing. Let's see, Rancagua, I don't know, I've never been there. Hope can be so good as here.
Thank you. Obrigada, Mar.
Well, what a game it was. What a game. And you could not wish thrilling finale than that. But heartbreak for Saudi Arabia, but absolute joy, unconfined for Nigeria, who march on, and they are firmly in the hunt now for the round of 16, and they will grow with belief ahead of their final game in the group with Colombia. And this is what it means in Group F. Norway on 4 points, Colombia on 4. Those two with a goalless draw earlier in the day. Nigeria tucked in just behind. But Saudi Arabia cannot qualify for the round of 16 any longer. So it will be an early return home for them. One last group game to play, and they will hope to end it on a high. But this will take some getting over, losing in this manner. So it is all set up beautifully for the final round of matches in Group F. All still to play for 3 teams. Tonight, the night belongs to Nigeria, who live to fight another day. From all of us, until next time, it's bye for now.